Hello guys, to the second part of the video. Well, I was almost done with time in the previous one, so I just want to confirm again. I was telling you that if you by any chance require a further explanation, maybe some more examples, maybe a little bit more of a personalized question, that's fine. Remember, I'm available for you on the WhatsApp, and if you consider that you want to get together in a group of people, of 5, 6 people, and I want to have an explanation of this, that's fine. We can schedule that, or even as a whole group. That's it. Yes, I think that with all the other topics, it was really easy to get the meaning of what I was saying only by the explanation of the video. But in this case, I know that it may be a little bit difficult. So if anybody wants to have this additional help for this particular topic, that's fine, right? Like we can be able to do it, and we don't really have a problem. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about the assignment for this week, and it will be this. Please, if you go to the slide number, by the way, what is it? What is the number? To the slide number 72. There is like an example of an activity, right? Here we have the sonnet number 1. This sonnets by Shakespeare go in numbers, right? From 1 to 164 or 54, don't remember the total amount. And they don't have titles, but they have numbers, 1, 2, 3, until the 100 and something, okay? So here, for example, in the slide 73, I propose an activity. In the left side of the slide, there is a sonnet, the one that starts from fairest creatures with desire increase, that there by beauty's rose might never die, so on and so forth, okay? And then, on the right, there are some questions, okay? So we are going to completely ignore the first part, we're not going to pay attention to that one. But then in the second one, it says, what is the meaning of the following words and expressions in the context of the poem? Write the definition in your own words. Yes? So as you can see over here, we have the word fairest, creature, thine, famine, lies, thyself, thy foe, bought, and garden. Some of them words, some of them expressions. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes? 8 words. The idea is to provide like a definition, a short definition of a sentence, 2 sentences, and that will be it. Remember, something short but concise, brief but very concrete and very complete, right? Then we have another exercise or question in the end, no, at the bottom. It says, write the metric organization of the poem. What is the metric organization, guys? Well, simply dividing each verse in 10 sentences, in 10 syllables, making a circle in each foot. Remember that a foot is a combination of two syllables, right? And making sure or verifying if indeed we're dealing with soft, strong, soft, strong, soft, strong. Okay? That's it. It says, write the metric organization of the poem. Does it have all the elements of the poem? So what do you have to verify? Do you have to verify the correct amount of verses? So 14 verses, 1, 2, 3, yeah, until 14, yes, it's correct. You have to verify the rhyming, yes, increase with decrease, okay. For example, in the second one, eyes with lies, fine. The third one, ornament with content, good, very well, and you go on, and you know, so on and so forth. So that will be like verifying the elements of the sonnet. Then it says, does all the lines have the iambic pentameter? Remember that the iambic pentameter is what I just mentioned. 10 syllables, groups of 2 syllables, an iambic foot, yes, the one that is with the circle, and verifying that it goes soft, strong, right? Now, this activity is already complete, yes? So we're in the slide 73. If you go to the slide 74, there is even a paraphrase, like an explanation of the sonnet in words that are a little bit clearer, right? let's say, modern somehow, and there are many symbolic things in there, so it is explained in there. That is in the slide 74. If we go to the slide 78, you will find like all these different, or some of these words, yes, such as creatures from Hades, creatures, increase, the garden, and all these different things, right? So they are already solved. And in the slide 79, as you can see over here, you are going to find the iambic pentameter of the sonnet number 1. I mean, the metric organization already done. Yes, for example, it's with a couple of the previous ones of the stanza. It says, "But thou contracted to thine now bright eyes." You see, it is already solved. So basically, that exercise that I proposed in the slide is already done. It is an example. You can go over there, verify, check it one more time, and hopefully it will be like ready for you. Yes. So what is your assignment? Well, simply look for another sonnet. Well, first of all, this can be done in groups of up to 5 people. Okay. You can work together. It's a long task, and probably you have to verify all the 14 lines of the poem or the sonnet. So I know that it's a lot of work. So you can divide this into the group, right? So a group of maximum 5 people. What you're going to do is to look for any of the other sonnets different from the 2 that we have already verified. There is one of the previous class and one of this video. So look for any of the other 100 and something and do that. Please find 8 words that are maybe unknown or different, or some expressions that may have known words but in the context maybe a little bit different, right? So find these 8 words and explain them over there in the document. Okay, so again, with 1 line or 2 lines, 1 line or 2 lines, it would be more than enough. You do that, define these 8 words, or provide an explanation of those, and then create the metric organization of the poem. Yes, all of it. So simply you're going to take, you're going to verify that it has the 14 lines, that it has the verses A, B, A, B, that it has the 10 syllables, and then that it has the iambic pentameter of each 2, soft and strong, soft and strong, soft and strong. Okay? Basically, you're going to do that, so that is why I'm giving you this example. Now, what may happen? Shakespeare was a genius, but some of his sonnets are not completely perfect. So, I don't know, depending on the random sonnet that you're going to look for, and all of them are available on the internet. So maybe you will find a little mistake in a rhyme, or maybe you will find a little mistake in the soft and strong somehow pattern. Yes, and those have been already like located and studied and everything else. Okay, so if something like that happened, just mention that in the report, in the homework that you're going to do. You say, well, in here it was supposed to have a rhyme and it doesn't have one, or in here the next syllable was supposed to be strong and it is not. Yes, so just do that. Most of them are perfect somehow, and that's it. Of course, well, it might seem a little bit ridiculous that I mentioned this, but just in case. The sonnets, you're supposed to look for them in English, right? Of course, there's been a very, let's say, valuable translation to those in Spanish, but as you can imagine, translating all these rules, the syllables, the numbers, the soft and strong, well, that's nearly impossible, right? So a sonnet, a Shakespearean sonnet in Spanish, like, wouldn't work. Okay, that is what you will do. Now, I always mention that that if you like adrenaline, you could just do your assignments half an hour before the deadline, and that's it. Yes, if you like to challenge yourself that way, well, welcome. But with this one, I strongly recommend that you do it at least 2 or 3 days in advance before the deadline. Okay? Why? Because it's a difficult task, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. It's difficult. It's not something that you are used to do. It's not something that you're going to learn in 2 minutes. Probably you need some practice and some writing in the paper and scratching and erasing and scraping your head a little bit. But well, that's it. So I strongly recommend that you, first of all, do this collectively. It's maybe way easier if you work in a big group. And secondly, do it with time. Yes, do it in advance. I think this may be a little bit of a hard task, so I'm going to give only this one, that it's like long enough, and I am going to give you another one for this week. Yes, because I know that it's lots of work, and more than lots of work, it's hard work. Okay, so basically that is what I'm going to do this week, so you don't have like to spend such a long time on this. Okay, now with this we are finished with the Renaissance. Doesn't mean that we're never going to talk about it again. Like more or less when we arrive to the fourth or fifth period, I normally do an exercise in order to revise all the previous ones, and that will be it, right? Like we will continue working on these different things. So hopefully we're done with the Renaissance part, and that's it. Remember, if you have any other question, require any further assistance with these sonnets that I know that it's not easy, just let me know. Okay, so thank you very much, guys, and have a great day. Bye bye. Hugs.